My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Masterpiece, my masterpiece, that mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me, I'm corrupted.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. First down, Prescott. Got his man, that's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
It's Jaleel Adai who brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Mostert. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up. Throwing, Prescott, and he finds his tight end, Graham. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here we go. Run for Mike. Watch one. Watch one. Here we go. Here we go. He's coming. He's coming. He's coming. We got jump. We're going to 54. One here. Here we go. 26.
They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Let's go.
Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Prescott to throw it. And he comes back with one complete. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. To the air again, Prescott. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set. 40's Mike. Right there. 40's Mike. All day, punk. No.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete to Jake Butt. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Throwing is Jackson. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. On 3rd down, Jackson eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
How about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down. And you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch one. Good. Hey, kill.
Here's Mostert. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On 3rd and short to get to the tight end. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
A gain of 5. First down, Pittsburgh.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get out there. Here we go.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here we go. You can't block me.
This is Mostert. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Steelers on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. Here it's 3rd and 2. Mostert. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott looking end zone for and caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game. And typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Here's Jackson to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Lamar Jackson, 36 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott, his first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down. On 1st and 10, Prescott. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
They'll run it now out of the gun. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Prescott. Complete to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
47. I don't think you got it, son. Mike won. Mike won. Hey, 47. When's the mic? Watch 1. Watch 1. You don't want none of that. Give me it. Pick up the ball. So Mike's number 1. Mike's number 1. Get him. Get him. Get him.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson, throw left side, complete. That's Lamb. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's
Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw is Prescott. He gets it complete to Harris. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Right now, no questioning the toughness of this Jaguar defense. This is 3rd and goal. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the linebacker, Manti Te'o. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard, stop short of the 35.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
escape, and he goes down. Ziggy Ansah in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw again on second down. Jackson dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Jackson on first down. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Jackson now. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, but it's going to be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Kill.
Here's Prescott. And he will find Davis. That's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He had to run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Prescott now. Forced out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. It's caught. Jones And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Prescott caught by Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now throwing. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Julio Jones saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. This one complete to Jordan Reed. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Doug Marrone has made the call. His guys are going for it. One last shot for Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Jacksonville.
honey yard, dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey yard, dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerge victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Dash, got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh there with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on, smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash, honey yard, dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on, smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash. Honey yard, dash.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen,